What's up, everybody? Got something stuck in my throat. I don't know what it is. Uh, Shut up, nasty minds. I wanted to talk about something real quick. I usually don't make, two videos in one day and whatnot, but, I had a thought, uh, meandering through my mind. Um, Listening to all the Republican rhetoric about Black Lives Matter and all this and that, talking about terrorist group, calling Black Lives Matter a terrorist group. Now, what is a terrorist? A terrorist is the word consists of two words, ist and terror. Ist means to pertain to, and terror is to bring some form of, pain or fear to someone or something. So you are one who brings fear or terror or pain, basically. I mean, that's a loose interpretation of the definition. I don't know the exact definition at this moment, but my point is that uh, Black Lives Matter has not killed anybody. They have not uh, lynched anybody. They have not brought any kind of terror. They haven't grabbed people up off the street and shot them or anything like that. The real terrorists in this country are the Ku Klux Klan. They have a known history of being terrorists, but since they terrorize black people, they are not considered terrorists because we are not considered human. We are considered property. Remember, the Emancipation Proclamation freed no one. If anybody reads the Emancipation Proclamation says that they are freeing slaves in rebel states. Where were the rebel states? Any state that held slaves. There were a few territories that had slaves, but for the most part, they were in the South, below the Mason-Dixon line. That's consequently why Texas and damn near every state going uh, east has a flat top on it because they gave up land to try to keep their slaves. You don't believe me? There's a show on the History Channel. I don't know if you can Google it. I mean, put it on YouTube, or maybe you have to go on your cable provider and look up their on demand. And it's a show called How the States Got Their Shapes, and they tell you how Texas got its shape because it had extended into other states. I can't remember the states above it, but you get the point. So, with the Ku Klux Klan terrorizing black people, that's okay for America. But when Black Lives Matter goes out there and perpetrates a fraud, basically, and says that they are out there fighting for black people's rights, let's just stick with that. That is a problem because I've said before, and I'll say it again, that Black Lives Matter is a gay organization that is using ignorant black people as foot soldiers to push a gay agenda, because every time they get to speak to the president or someone in power, they're pushing the gay agenda. They're not pushing about black people needing rights, black people having jobs, black people having justice. They want to talk about the LGBT movement. Anytime you swerve the conversation to another group's agenda or problems, that means that that particular group is not the focal point. So black people are not the focal point of Black Lives Matter, but be that as it may, um, they are trying to label them as terrorists. Now, I tell you this much. Me, myself, I don't know how y'all feel. This is just my personal opinion. I would like to be a terrorist. Not in the sense of the word of wanting to cut off people's heads and bomb people and kill people and everything. I want to bring pain to the enemy. How do I want to do that? I want to do that economically. I want to be an economic terrorist to the enemy. I want to be a knowledge terrorist to the enemy. I want to educate black people on what we need to do to fix our collective problem in this country and around the world. We need to know knowledge of self. We need to gain knowledge of self. We need to gain knowledge of money, how money is spent and transferred. You cannot fight a war when you don't have control of money and resources. No army on this planet has ever won a battle when they couldn't get resources, food, water, uniforms, clothing, things of that nature. But if we can fight an economic war with these people, we could probably do pretty good. You see that we are making strides with going to black banks, which I commend these rappers for finally waking up. It only took them 10, 15, 20 years, some of them, to decide they wanted to go be popular and go to a black bank. But be that as it may, at least they went. I mean, Malcolm was a pimp and a drug user and a drug dealer before he got woken up by Elijah Muhammad. So I mean, water rises to its own level. But we need to all be terrorists. So don't let white people tell you that being a terrorist is a bad thing. Because if you don't become a terrorist, you're going to be a footnote. That's basically it. Can you see me? It's getting dark. But you're going to be a footnote. This shirt is white and bright. You see that? But so I just wanted to share a few thoughts on being a terrorist. So me, myself, representing Our Time Now, I take on the moniker of being a terrorist. I want to be an education terrorist. I want to be a monetary terrorist. I want to be an economic terrorist. I want to be a black education, black history, black power terrorist. I want to bring fear to white people. When they see us, they're going to say, oh shit, not them again. When they need to speak to us, they say, oh God, do we really have to call them? Do we really have to go see them? Instead of, oh, okay, the Negroes are over there. Let's go act like we care. They're going to have to come and actually, do something with us. So that was just a quick thought on terrorism. Hope you enjoyed the dark video. Till next time, it's Our Time Now.